Hello and welcome to episode 14 of the Alex.Nunemaker Mortgage Podcast for the week of September 12th, 2022. In market news, let's start with the good news. The Consumer Price Index, or the CPI report, came out today, Tuesday, and that showed that year-over-year inflation was down 8.5% to 8.3%, which, hey, that sounds good, right? Well, here's the bad news. The markets were really hoping to see more headway in inflation. They wanted to see this go down more to like 8%. So this report was a bit of a stinker. If you take a look at these readings, though, it's interesting because the big impact was felt in food and shelter or rent, which were up more than expected. So again, while this report overall not good for mortgage rates here right now, this also shows that renting is also no picnic either, which anybody who's kind of on the fence on that own versus rent, if you're not owning, you're going into the rental market again, which is no picnic either. So now all eyes are looking towards September 21st with the Fed meeting. There were hopes that this CPI report was going to come out, show more meaningful trend downwards. We were going to be on our way in terms of beating down inflation. I saw some optimistic articles saying that maybe the Fed would only hike rates by 50 basis points rather than 75. Well, with this report now, it's virtually a lock. They're going to be hiking at least 75 basis points. And I've even seen some talk that maybe the Fed could hike rates to 100 basis points. It's really looking, the Fed has said all along, they wanted a smooth landing in terms of trying to put this inflation genie back in the bottle. But it is really not looking like this is going down probably as easily as they would have liked. So I think the chances of a smooth landing are becoming more and more diminished. Now in the mortgage corner, the big news is that we have also adopted, like many other lenders, high conforming loan limits. So this just means in counties where you used to have a conforming loan limit, a conventional loan limit of $647,200, these are now being preemptively raised to $715,000. So FHFA, they are the ones who actually determine these limits. That announcement usually comes around Thanksgiving, but we're rolling out these higher loan limits in advance. So this is going to be helpful in areas where these loan limits were lower than what, kind of you're seeing on the ground, where there's higher priced homes and you could, pretty easily exceed that $647,200. Those are areas like Carroll, Washington, particularly Howard County, which, by the way, it's always been mind-blowing to me, say how Howard County gets lumped in there with these lower loan limits. You can see some pretty expensive homes there. But ultimately, I know it's because they fall within the Baltimore MSA. But here's what it means for your clients. They can more easily avoid higher cost loans like high balance loans, jumbo loans, because they've got now an extra $80,000 in which they need to keep their loan limit under. So this means lower costs, which is something that everybody is looking for these days. Finally, the quote of the week: greatness is not measured by what a man or woman accomplishes, but by the opposition he or she has overcome to reach his goals. That's by Dorothy Height. Have a great week. If I can help you or any of your clients with any questions or pre-approvals, let me know. They can visit me at homeloanswithalex.com. Have a great week.